Hello and welcome to another update video about Natgas. Yeah, I didn't make a video yesterday because literally nothing is happening. I thought we finally see a bit of movement maybe if I wait a day, but no, nothing happened. So I did prioritize yesterday the DXY, but yeah, the situation is unchanged. I also want to take you I want to show you a possible bullish breakout scenario as well, just to show you what would need to happen for it to play out. But I think it is, from my point of view, the less likely scenario, at least the not so preferred scenario. So first of all, let's take a look at the preferred count here, which still would suggest that Natgas topped here on the 3rd of March and that we are now in this wave 5 to the downside. So it's quite a bearish outlook and we might be developing something like a descending wedge here eventually. That's of course hugely speculative, right? But that's often what happens in a fifth wave. Now, the idea is that we already came down in a wave 1, moved up in a wave 2, and that was an ABC structure, a nice 3-wave move, which is very clearly visible here. 3-wave move in a wave 2. It did react at the time to the golden ratio, the 61.8 fib retracement of the wave 1. Let's just put that onto the chart. Just want to show you. So, but this is the wrong. So here it reacted to, now again the wrong one second. Here, the 61.8 retracement at the time at 261. Yes, it did overshoot a little bit, but eventually didn't get above the golden ratio. So the idea is that because of that, because it adhered nicely to resistance, because the move up is actually quite corrective, that we are now heading down in a third wave. Now, the move down is not clearly impulsive at this stage. So, of course, it could be that this fifth wave is unfolding as an ending diagonal. That's a possibility. So, if we deal with an ending diagonal, it would be very difficult to track the sub-wave structures. I have made an attempt here to sketch it out, that this was a wave 1, this was a small wave 2, off wave 3, yeah, that we're now coming down in the third wave. But it may be that the sub-waves are, ABC structures. So that we're actually dealing here with something like an ending diagonal. But again, we don't really want to... Going any more micro than this will just throw everything... You just have to update it all the time. This is, especially towards the end of this downtrend, tricky. So we just keep it at this level. And it's important to understand the relevant levels. I mean, the idea that we are in this bearish count is, in my opinion, very likely, as long as price stays below $2.60. And anyway, against the current wave 2 high, we can focus on lower. That level is at $2.48. So as long as we don't go above $2.48, the focus can be on lower. What happens if we break above $2.48? Because then we would break above this lower degree wave 2 top. Well, we would then need to focus maybe again, and it's unfortunately an up and down here. I mean, we are just in a range, right? It would then be a little bit of a, it would put more focus on the short-term bullish count. I would probably still prefer another low eventually, but it could mean that this fourth wave was never finished. Everybody who's been watching these videos over the last few weeks knows that this is also a likely option, but at the moment not the preferred one until we see clear signals, because the move up in February could have been an A wave, the move down a B wave, and this could be a C wave. The reason I don't really believe that is because you would have to count it as a 1-2-1-2 setup, and it would literally need to turn around to the upside now, and it would be quite bullish, because the C wave, which would be here, would consist of a 1-2-1-2 setup, and both of these 1-2 setups, they did go quite high. So the third wave and the fourth and the fifth and so on, that would push it up quite a bit. So certainly something I don't really believe at this stage. But again, if the market shows us we need to focus on it, then we'll do it. Now, it would indicate that we had something like this, right? That this here, the move up was a wave 1, and you can discuss if the wave 1 did sit here or here. 1-2, and this was another 1-2, in which we had an A wave down where I've got this little 1, a B wave up, and a C wave down. So we would have completed here a wave 2, and we would now rally in the third wave of the third wave, and it would unfold like that. But it would literally need to turn around now. But yeah, let's see if it does that. Again, a break above the 248 level would give us some initial indication that this is what might be taking place. But until that is the case, I focus here on the downside. Just be aware we are ranging at the moment. And we also have the possibility, we talked about that in a previous video, and it was suggested in the comments that this could also be a triangle. That's correct. It's a bit too early, in my opinion, to really focus on it, but it's worth keeping it in mind because a wave 4 can be a triangle. Again, that would also lead to another low. So A wave up, B wave, C wave. This could have been a D wave and maybe one lower high, and then we push to the downside. So just be aware of that as well. So that's all. They are all the possibilities. Unfortunately, not crystal clear price action. You sometimes get these markets, especially if it's ranging. And this has been taken. I mean, honestly, we've been in this range since February now. And it is really boring. It would be nice to finally get a break here to ideally to the downside. But if it's to the upside, it will finally get this moving. But yeah, at the moment, we're just sort of hovering above support without clear direction. So we just need to wait for that further signal. And yeah, to the downside, I mean, further confirmation for the downside is, of course, if we lose the last swing low, which was made here on the 1st of June. So at $2.13. Okay, that's my update about Natgas. I hope you will like the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.